What is up, everybody? Bootman here, and we are back with another Marvel Snap video. And in this video, I'm gonna show you this deck, this phenomenal deck that took me last night within just a few hours from like rank 72 or 73 all the way up to 89, and it features none other than my girl right here, Ghost. They said it couldn't be done. Ghost is always at the bottom of those tier lists, but I've been a believer. As soon as Ghost came out, I spent 6,000 tokens because I'm like, this card is gonna see its day, and now is the time. So I wanna go over this deck, discuss some of the strategy. I also wanna discuss why I think this card works now while it wasn't really that great previously. So make sure you stay tuned because we're getting to Infinite this season with a Ghost deck, all right? But before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Chris, and I also go by Bootman. So if you love Marvel Snap as much as I do, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and you can help me do that. And I promise to give you some amazing content. And we got a bunch of other cool stuff going on. Got a Discord server down below, ton of cool people talking Snap, decks, all sorts of cool stuff. And if you're a subscriber and you follow me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ, also linked down below, you can enter our monthly season pass giveaway. I give away 3 season passes for free every single month, all right? But you gotta be a subscriber and you gotta follow me on Twitter, all right? So let's jump into this thing. All right, so Ghost, this is a card, like I said, I picked up this card the day it came out. I was so excited when it came out. So a little bit of backstory. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, I've been trying to timestamp my intro and then like the gameplay. So if you don't care about the backstories and the strategy and you just want to see me wrecking people, you can just click ahead. But anyways, those of you who are old school Bootman followers, you know I had a deck called Majantress. And it was a tech heavy deck, right? Like it wasn't so much about putting power on the board as much as it was about taking it away. And something that drove me nuts was how the priority system works, right? Like if you're keeping priority the entire time, then you're kind of screwed going into turn 6, right? I can't Enchantress, I can't Shang-Chi. So Ghost changes all that. So Ghost is an ongoing card. Your cards are always revealed last. All right, so that completely eliminates the priority issue, all right? Because you're always going to the last turn where you're going second so you can take out whatever you want, all right? So I think Ghost is viable now because 2 cards got nerfed. So she's been able to be used for a while, for at least coming up on a month now, okay? So the first one is when Ghost first came out, Arrow was one of the most popular cards. And you didn't want to go into the final turn without priority because you would just get arrowed, they swoop all your cards, and it was just a hot mess because what was I gonna, even if I dropped my Shang-Chi and my Enchantress, whatever, they could have just pulled me before my cards even flipped up, right? So Arrow now only pulls 1 card. Not that big of an issue anymore, okay? The second reason is probably because Shuri got nerfed, right? Since Shuri got nerfed and also the nerfs to Sandman too, I guess you could toss in there, with Shuri, we don't have to worry so much about getting power on the board so much. And with Sandman, we can play these decks that kind of get explosive. So those of you kind of like eyeballing the deck right now, it should look familiar. So let's switch views real quick. So those of you looking at the deck, this is actually one of the most popular decks right now, minus Ghost. And it's actually the deck I made a video about the other day. So is this right here, so this is untapped.gg for those of you who don't know, this deck tracker that we all use, it comes from untapped.gg. The deck tracker is 100% free, so if you wanna check it out for when you're playing on PC, use my affiliate link down in the description below. It's 100% free to you, but a little dollars come back and support the channel, so it's much appreciated. But you could also sign up for the premium version where you get a bunch of like in-depth stats and stuff, so if you're a stats nerd like me, check that out. But anyways, so this is an A-tier deck, right? And it's basically Stature, Darkhawk, you know, whatever, but the primary version has Nebula. So if your first question is, well, I don't have Ghost, put in Nebula, all right? But this is an A-tier deck. Look, 10,000 games, 62% win rate, a ton of people are hitting Infinite with it, all right? So let's jump back into the deck real quick. So like I said, I went over this the other day. So if you don't have Ghost, slot in Nebula. If you don't have Jeff the Shark, put in Lizard, all right? Now I will say, here's why I'm iffy. Like the default is kind of like put in Lizard for Jeff the Shark, but we do have Miles Morales in here. So the original form of this deck pre-Nebula had Nightcrawler. So I'd say maybe consider Nightcrawler, so that way you have Polaris and something else to enable Miles Morales, all right? But the reason this deck works so well, is aside from the tech cards that we have in here to take away power from the opponent, but you can have a very explosive turn 6. Like if I'm sitting there with like Jeff already out there, right? And I play a Black Bolt on turn 5, I move Jeff, play back Black Bolt. I have between Miles and Stature, that's 2 energy for 12 power. Then I can also play a 4-drop, or if it's reduced by Zabu, it's a 3-drop, right? Now, Ghost, let me tell you this about Ghost. It is just, it's hilarious. Like, it is stealing cubes. So when I was playing with Nebula, like, I never drew Nebula. So if you listen to my podcast the other day with my co-host Brad, which you should, we do a bi-weekly podcast, all right? And we try to cover like different topics than everybody else and stuff. But we were talking about it, we were talking about Nebula, and I was like, man, I never pulled Nebula and stuff. I'm like, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time for Ghost. Because since Nebula was such a non-factor for me, I'm like, I could just slot in Ghost as a 1-drop, have an extra tech card, you know? And since this is the most popular deck, and because nobody plays Ghost, it's very unexpected. But from my experience, you have a couple different types of opponents. The first type of opponent is like insanely scared, all right? They're just terrified of Ghost. Like they will drop Killmonger turn 3 just to get rid of Ghost, all right? It's like hilarious. I'm like, dang, you must know the power of Ghost. But I also think it's because they're like, whoa, I've never seen anybody use this card. I need to just get rid of it so I don't gotta worry about it. So that's kind of hilarious. But then you have the other type of people where they never see Ghost and they just ignore her, don't think you're gonna do what you're gonna do, right? Like I've just had so many games where people just play out their cards like Ghost is not gonna let me just ruin their day, all right? So it is just so phenomenal. I'm so glad because this is such a great card and like nobody has been showing her love. And like I said, I think she's been viable for weeks. So before I jump into gameplay, just one last rant. Something I'm always trying to teach you guys is about the groupthink in the Marvel Snap community. It is widespread, okay? We all need to be independent thinkers. Like, don't just run around looking at the top decks, looking at the tier list, because what happens is you get so many people saying like, oh, this card's bad, or this card's amazing, right? And everybody just goes with the flow. Meanwhile, there are opportunities to do something like this. And like I said, I went from like rank 72 last night to 89, all right? So even though it's giving you like 5 extra cubes or whatever when you hit it, like that's still like over 10 ranks. And that was just within a few hours. So think independently because we just recently had that with Super Scroll, right? Now people are appreciating Super Scroll. And even there's other cards out there. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but people just say they're bad and then all of a sudden out of nowhere. Oh, think of like Silver Surfer, right? Silver Surfer, like the meta has changed slightly, but and people are saying like, oh no, Silver Surfer's just good now because the meta has changed. No, people were actually hitting Infinite with Silver Surfer, with Patriot or with Sarah decks before Shuri got nerfed. So don't hit me with that nonsense. Be an independent thinker. When people say cards are good or bad, go out and figure it out for yourself. Test out new things, try new things, because like the best way to steal cubes in this game is to have surprising cards that people aren't expecting, all right? And I'll tell you right now, nobody is expecting Ghost. So if this video pops off, it'll be a little bit different, but I know a ton of people have gotten Ghost like from a cache. Some of you bought her when she came out. Ghost is now series 4. So the last thing I'll say is, I don't know if she's worth 3,000 tokens. Go watch my video on how to spend your tokens, okay, if you want my like full thoughts on it. But if you like this style of deck, if you like tech cards as much as I do, if you like taking away power from people who just love slamming it on the board, get Ghost, all right? But anyways, let's jump into some games. So I would say so far, the weakest matchup is probably against Sarah decks, okay? And those of you who are new here, I'm gonna play all the way through. I don't just show you the highlights to be like, see, I was right, look at all the wins I got. No, I wanna show you what can go wrong and things like that. But yeah, I have had a rough time with Sarah decks. just because they do have some tech cards. Oh my God. So Ghost is amazing against Dracula decks, because Dracula decks, they lose priority since Dracula's sitting out there with 0 power. And I have wrecked some Dracula decks. So let's get Colleen Wing out of Kiln. What do you say? Ooh. Ooh. So right here, I usually like to play Darkhawk if I have Darkhawk, just to slam down some power. Oh my God. Beautiful. Is this a snap? I think it's a snap. Like they could have Juggernaut, but even still, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Right now they might be wondering if I have Dr. Doom. Some people know this deck, so by the way, like, keep an eye out for this deck. Ooh, I don't like that. No, that's gonna get rid of more of their swarms, huh? I don't wanna do that. Let's see, how many cards they have in their hand? All right, let's see. So they're gonna have a third card. They can only play one. They can only play one, and if, are they gonna play Chavez? If they play Chavez, this is good. We might lose 4 cubes. Sucks that they were able to sneak Morbius in there. 19, so I would only go to 20 there. I think I need to get power down. No, that probably sucked. Crap. Crap. Oh, I didn't think about that. Good game. What should we lose by? 4. That Kiln screwed us up. I've beat so many of these this deck though, because I have Enchantress here and I just take out their Morbius. So it just gives you like a free lane because they're not expecting you to just drop Enchantress, even though you should. Enchantress is everywhere. Like my girl's 4/6 now, you know? All right, drop back down to 88, whatever. Ooh, nuts. This is not good for us. This is terrible. But it might be worse for them. So unless they snap, we'll just chill. Nice. Ghost deck, baby. Ghost deck. Oh yeah, so my son, my friend and I, we went to go see the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie last night. Sick. Sick. Great movie. Oh, Galactus. Oh, Galactus. What's weird though, is I have played against a few bots. I don't play against nearly as many. You just heard that noise, I was checking the bot list. But I have played against a few bots, and bots love playing destroy decks, so it's kind of hard to tell at first. It is clearly a Galactus deck though. And like, I swear to God, when I play against these Galactus decks, I just do not draw Polaris. Like Polaris is just like, nah. I've beat a couple of Galactus decks though, just because you're able to slam down some power. I always get this 50-50 wrong. Always. Every single time, I get this 50-50 wrong. Because is the Galactus player gonna try to drop here so they don't have priority, or they're gonna drop here? You know what I mean? They can't Spider-Man though, so let's see. Interesting. What could they have? Null? Null, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I should have expected the null. But even still, something I've been ranting about lately, and like, it just sucks, is like how many 50-50s there are in this game, right? So like, imagine I played out my Shang-Chi just totally expecting null, right? Is he playing it here? Is he playing it here? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough. And because Icebox, I couldn't even play both of those cards. And so that sucks too. But like, it really sucks how many games come down to a 50-50 chance. And it's just like, did you guess right? Did you guess right? Like, I like being in control, just like, I did something with the knowledge I have, and it wasn't just like this best guess, you know? And if that Icebox didn't hit Shang-Chi, we would have won, because we could have played it to both lanes. No, because we didn't have Ghost out. We had priority, right? Huh. All right, whoops. Let's see what's going down. And there's the thing too, like, you'll lose some with this, but when you get like a good game, like with Ghost, like, I've won some like insane 8-cubers, you know? So now, hopefully what I can do is bring you over here. So now if I Enchantress, I won't tag my own Zabu. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're doing the mirror thing. Thor. Valk. So this is good. This is good. Because we're going into this, unless they play their Darkhawk over here. So if they Stature, they're gonna hit my rock. So I got Ghost. So check this out. What I could do is, this is where I wish I had just one more power. I think we can win this. They have Zabu out, so they can play Darkhawk. I think I got to play for all three. Oh wait, dang, that's a lot of power there. Dang. Had to guess. You gotta guess. It's just what you gotta do. This is very good. This is very good. We have Ghost, Zabu, and Rock Slide. I don't like to snap on turn one, but let's see if we can get some cubes back. I think this will be the last game, but let's see if we can get some cubes back. And last night I played like all these games where Subterranea came up, and thank God I just did not snap, because like I was just like, not drawing Darkhawk. It was nuts. See, and like, here's the thing too, with Galactus being so prevalent, like right now they haven't played a single card, but I'm worried about snapping because Galactus exists, right? But whatever, we've gained so many ranks in the last less than a day, like whatever, let's do it. All right. So we have Enchantress. She's a 3 cost, so I can't do that. And then Black Bolt is not going to be great. It will be because they're gonna have to give that up, right? Like they can't shove swarms in there. Huh. Should I do that? So I'm wondering if I could pull Nebula. I think I might do this. This. Like, hey, can I have Darkhawk, please? Just a little bitty Darkhawk. You guys see that? You guys see that? Okay, we got some cubes back, so I'm gonna play one more. I'm gonna play one more, just for all of you. This is for all of you, not for me, for all of you. Look at that, just screaming, just screaming. Might be good. We could double up this, oh yeah, look. Ooh, this might be real good. Oh, give me Ghost, please, for the love of God. Like, Ghost is so good with Nexus. We're gonna be able to get some power down. So we're gonna drop Black Bolt, and then we're gonna have 2 Miles. Wait, we're gonna have 2 Miles? Oh my God. We're gonna have 2 Miles and 2 Statures. Look at this. Do you guys see how wave effects affects these cards? They're both 1s. What? Dude, oh my God, if I would have played Miles on the left, I was thinking about playing Miles on the left, dude. Oh my God, that's depressing. That is so depressing. I was like, should I play Miles on the left? Oh. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. All right, everybody. So aside from that last game when I did something very stupid, I would argue it was stupid. I should have expected that. But yeah, I should have played Miles on left. But other than that, you saw like a lot of those games came down to like 50-50 guesses and stuff. We didn't get to see the full power of Ghost, but you see how this deck kind of works. Again, this is like one of the top decks. If you have Ghost, feel free to slaughter in. Like, again, you can use Nebula, but like, I think just that one slot is just like, you can rotate it. You can rotate it. Nebula wasn't winning me a ton of games. I was never drawing her. I've won way more cubes than Ghost. Even though we had some bad games like in this session, I am 99.9% sure I'm gonna hit infinite this week, all right? Or this weekend, I mean. And that's the thing too, like, this season, by the way, it's 5 weeks long and you have the bonus cube. So this is like the easiest season it's been to hit infinite. So don't stress. If you have like a little bad streak, like last night when I was playing just for like, I don't know, I played for like 2 or 3 hours after we got back from Guardians of the Galaxy. And like, I'd have little streaks like this. And then I would just win like 2 8-cube games and just jump up. All right, so anyways, that's all I got for this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and make sure you join our Discord server. Pretty cool people in there. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at BootmanMSTZ. All that stuff's linked down in the description below. Every single month, we do a giveaway for the season pass. We give away 3, so make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow me on Twitter, all right? Anyways, that's all I got for you. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.